In a small village nestled amidst rolling hills and a dense jungle, there lived a poor young black man named David. Life had never been kind to him. His father had passed away when David was still very young, leaving his mother and him to fend for themselves. They struggled through life, often going without the basic necessities. And David's heart ached with the pain of poverty. With no wealth, no privilege, and no proper guidance, young David often felt lost in the darkness of their small village. The children mocked him, calling him names like poor boy and fatherless wonder. These taunts stung like a whip, making him feel inadequate and ashamed. But there was something unusual about David. Deep within his heart burned a fire of courage that refused to be extinguished. Despite the hardships he faced, he never lost his humanity, his kindness, or his spirit. He was poor in money, yes, but rich in bravery. He would stand up for the weak, helping anyone who was being bullied or mistreated. He was a protector of the innocent, a comforter of the grieving, and a beacon of hope for those who had lost it. This one quality, his bravery, set him apart from the rest. One day, David's neighbor, an elderly man named Mr. Johnson, noticed something special in the young man. He had watched David standing up for others, helping the weak, and never stepping back from a challenge. So he called David and said, "Son, poverty cannot define you. Your courage and your strength will take you far. Never give up." These words were like a guiding light to David, illuminating his path and giving him strength. From that day on, David started to study whenever he got a chance. He would borrow old books, learn under the dim glow of the streetlights, and spend nights dreaming of becoming someone who could change lives. His determination was unwavering, his spirit unbreakable. Then came a day that would change everything. David was walking through the jungle near his village when suddenly he heard cries for help. He rushed towards the sound and found his neighbor, Mr. Johnson, in grave danger. The old man had gone into the jungle to collect firewood when a group of wild animals surrounded him, snarling and ready to attack. Without thinking twice, David ran towards the danger. Fear was there, yes, but his courage was stronger. Picking up a stick, he shouted loudly, trying to scare the animals away. But they stood their ground, their eyes gleaming with a ferocious hunger. David knew he had to do something drastic. Thinking fast, he threw stones at the animals, distracting them, and gave Mr. Johnson some time to escape. Then he started waving fire, making circles around himself, keeping the animals at bay. The struggle was intense, but David's determination was stronger. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the animals, exhausted and scared by the fire, ran away. Mr. Johnson was safe. News of David's bravery spread like wildfire through the village. People who once looked down on him as just a poor, fatherless boy were astonished by his heroism. They whispered tales of his bravery, praising him as a true hero. David, the boy who had always been mocked and ridiculed, was now being celebrated. His act of bravery had not only saved his neighbor's life, but also inspired the entire community. From that day forward, no one called him names. Instead, everyone respected and admired him. The story of the poor boy who lived in a small village and had shown extraordinary bravery became a legend, reminding everyone that greatness does not come from wealth or status, but from the courage of one's heart and the willingness to help others.